Car lovers, today we are here to give you one of the best cars that you can buy today. It is a Subaru WRX S4. It's a performance rated sedan from Japan. This was built as a JDM, and here in the Kenyan market we are lucky because you can actually import JDM cars. For example, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TZG, which is a JDM, a car meant for the Japanese domestic market. Now this car is powered by a 2-liter turbocharged flat 4 cylinder. You can call it a DIT flat 4 Subaru. It has an F20 engine right there, which gives you some awesome power. You get 250 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, which is actually pretty much amazing. 0 to 60 in 6 seconds only. You might think it's a bit slower, but if you compare it to the other cars, it's very fast. If you want the top range or the real performance unit, can go for the STI, which has a 2.5 liter with a manual transmission. Now the 268 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque is sent to the all the wheels via a CVT transmission. Now that is one thing about the Subaru. CVT is very good for performance because it doesn't lag that much, but there's always a few issues about the CVT. We'll talk about that later. Right now I just want us to check out this amazing unit. So it is a 2018 model. It has this crystal black color, which is actually amazing. As you can see there, you have some bit of crystals shining here and there, which is actually amazing. Personally, I love black cars. If you're interested in this unit, the asking price is only 3.4 million shillings, and remember the price is very much negotiable. You can take it on hire purchase, or you can do bank financing if you get a bank that are willing to give you this unit. Now what I love about this car is the design. Starting from the front, this is what you get a modern look for this unit. The car is a bit packed in a tight space, so I'll try as much as possible to actually show you what it is. Starting from the bonnet, you have the hood scoop to ensure that your engine breathes pretty well. Look at this. So you have some nice air intakes over there, which is actually amazing. The bonnet looks good. It makes the car look more aggressive. On the lower side, this is what you get: projector headlight, daytime running lights on top, your bulb technology turn signal over there on the inside, headlamp washers. As you move to the lower side, you have additional daytime running lights, and of course, because this is a Subaru, you get fog lights as standard. Subarus and fog lights, perfect. The front grille looks amazing, minimalistic in design. It's a bit smaller, but it doesn't mean the engine doesn't get to breathe pretty well. You have additional spaces on the lower side, some space over there, and of course you have a larger air intake on the top side. Plastic finishing on the front side, at least to bring out the difference in contrast, but in case you damage it, it becomes easy to replace because it is a plastic. Now on the side, you have some nice tire setup over here. You have your low profile Yokohama performance tires because these are WRX. You have these 18-inch alloys, which are actually pretty good. You have some nice brake discs over there and some nice brake calipers. For the STA model, you get vented brake discs and larger brake calipers to ensure that the car gets to stop whenever you need it. In terms of suspension, you get your independent McPherson struts and suspension with anti-roll bars, and it is a bit more tuned for performance and handling, which is actually pretty good. Now let us move a bit to the back. Right here on the side, you get this WRX badging, at least to remind you that this is a performance unit. You have some nice side cut over there, at least to make the car look more aggressive. It makes it look more beautiful, which is actually what you are looking for in a Subaru. On the side, you have LED turn signals on the side mirrors, which are actually pretty good, and of course this blind spot monitoring system. Once we start the car, I'll show you that. No chrome finishing on the doors. It's a keyless entry door, so as soon as you get here or as soon as you get closer to the car with your key fob, you can actually access the interior without even pressing the keys. Now on the back side, you have same design on the wheels. You have 18-inch wheels, low profile of course. On this side we have the same Yokohama tires. It says Blue Earth GT performance wheels. Now the alloys are the same size, smaller brake discs. And in terms of suspensions, you have independent double wishbone suspension for better handling and comfort. So this Subaru is finely tuned to ensure that the car handles the roads pretty well, and also your passengers get to be very comfortable on the back side of this unit. Remember, the double wishbone suspension handles the road pretty well, and also being independent, each tire moves independently and handles the road according to what the tire is on. So you get some good quality traction. And also, since this car is powered by a symmetrical all-wheel drive, it delivers as it should, especially in terms of traction and road control. Now on the back side, you have a mix of LED and bulb technology on the tail lights, LED on the major brake lights, but on your reverse lights and your turn signals, Subaru still utilizes the bulbs, which is still very much okay. In case you damage it, it is easy to replace. You can pop up the the boot or the trunk using a dedicated button on the front driver seat, or I think also you can still open it up from the back side, but since the car is locked from the inside or it's not on, we can't open the trunk for you, but no problem about that. We pop it up. Now a smaller spoiler here at the back, at least to increase a bit on downforce. Of course, you say these are performance unit, so as your car is cruising through the highway, you get a bit more of downforce to ensure that your car is very much stable. The trim level is a WRX S4, which is a performance sedan. You have a rear facing camera over here, and you're being reminded that this car has symmetrical all-wheel drive. As you move to the lower side, on the rear bumper, you have a number of dedicated sensors, because this Subaru in terms of safety, they're pretty much on its game. Rear cross traffic alert, parking sensors over there, precaution monitoring system from the back side, and as you look here at the back, you have a nice looking rear diffuser. Of course, most of it is made up of plastic, which is actually pretty good. And of course, you have quad exhaust, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and here at the center you have some winking or blinking brake lights over there. So in terms of design, the car looks amazing. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. It's not very long, it's not short, but you get adequate room. In terms of legroom, headroom, it is perfect. So we'll just jump into the interior and see what we get there. Now, in case if you bumped into this channel today, kindly make a point of subscribing. We do car reviews on a daily basis. We do showroom walkarounds like this. We have a website, Wadeki Auto Trading, and also you can follow me on TikTok at Wadeki Auto Trading Backup. Okay, so let us check out the interior of these units. Starting from the door, I get a nice looking door here, nice finishing in terms of design. The major finishing that you get here is plastic, especially on the top side and on the lower side, but here at the center, that's where it gets a bit more interesting. You have some leather finish on this side with some red stitching. Because it's a WRX, you get the red finishing, at least to bring out the sportiness on the car. When it comes to the armrest, you have leather finishing on the armrest with some nice red stitches. Of course, you have power door controls over here, side mirror controls, you have your door locks, and of course some buttons to lower your windows, and you have this nice finishing on them. In terms of the door handle, you have chrome finishing and your central lock on this side. On the lower side, you have a larger storage space and a nice large speaker on the lower side to ensure that you get good music as you drive your car around. For the STI, you get better sounding infotainment system, but right now it is what it is. We'll focus on this. Now, on the dashboard for Subarus, it's very well made. It is a bit more sporty if you compare to the other cars. Very nice finishing, a number of colors, especially on the clusters, multicolors, orange, yellow, blue, all those finishing, at least to make the car look more beautiful. Now, in terms of seating, for the higher trims you get leather finish, but because this is a standard WRX S4, you have fabric seats over here with some nice red stitches. But the good thing is that the seats are electrically adjustable, so you still get the premium features even though some of it are not included. Now, as you enter the interior of this unit, this part illuminates to remind you that you are driving a Subaru. Now, let me sit inside here, and this is actually what you get. I get a clear view of the surrounding. Look at this. The area looks nice. When you're driving this car, you get to see the roads pretty well, and of course you can still raise the seat for a better view. Alright, so we'll start with the steering wheel. The steering wheel looks nice. It is a leather wrapped steering wheel right here. It looks sporty with some nice spots for you to hold on to. Look at this. It feels really nice with some red stitches, and of course you have these perforations here. I'm not sure if the steering wheel is heated or cooled, but it is what it is. On the center of the steering wheel, of course, you have your Subaru emblem. Your SRS airbags are located here, and on the left side of the steering wheel you have controls for the infotainment system, and of course you have adaptive cruise control or radar cruise control on the right side of the steering wheel. So when cruising at high speeds on the highway, the car will be steering, keeping distance for you. And of course, since these are WRX, you get paddle shifters, because you can actually drive this car in manual mode. That's if you like manual driving. Some nice air vents on this side, piano black finish over there, your push to start engine, sorry, your push to start button. You have tailgate opener right there. You can adjust the headlights using these buttons, traction control on this side, and of course you have blind spot monitoring system. I told you it is very active. You can switch it on, and of course you can see on the side mirrors you have your blind spot monitoring system over there. Let me show it to you guys. I don't know if you can see it now. Where is it? Yeah, it is somewhere there. You see that? Oh, okay. Anyway, it is what it is. Now on the dashboard, everything looks nice. Look at this. You have a speaker there, another speaker on the edges, of course, which is actually pretty good. In terms of clusters, I'll show you that in a few. I'm waiting for the guy with the batteries to come and show us the clusters. Now we have, okay, let me show you these other parts, and then of course we'll come back to the clusters, then the infotainment system. Here at the center you have an armrest which you can slide it back and forth. If you need to use it as an armrest, you push the front. If you need to use the storage space, you push it to the back to access the storage space, which has a 12-volt output over there. Here at the center you have two cup holders, of which you can close this part. You can heat and cool your seats using these two buttons over here, which is nice. What do you call this? Your electronic parking brake is also here. Nice gear shifter for your lineartronic CVT transmission, which is actually pretty good. Then of course on this side you have storage space for your phone, 12-volt output, two USB slots to charge your accessories, centralized AC controls. Look at this. These where all the controls for the ACs are, and actually of course you'll see them from that side. Now dashboard is good, nice rubbery finish over here, piano black finish, a larger storage space on that side, and you have a nice seat for the front passenger, which is also electrically adjustable, just like the driver's seat. Look at this. Some nice finish over there. So if you're going to sit with the driver, you don't have to worry about having electric seats, because of course already the seats are electric, so it is pretty much okay. Digital rear view mirror on this side. On the top side we have a few things for you, starting from these LED lighting for the interior on either side. You can leave these on to ensure that when you open the doors the lights go on. On the top side you have lane departure assist, pre-collision monitoring system, and of course you have your Subaru eyesight technology over there, which is always active to ensure that you are safe when you're driving this massive sedan. Alright, let us jump onto the back side. Same design as the front door, minus the controls. You only have one button here for your windows. Every other feature is almost the same. Now the back side is a bit large, very comfortable for 3 passengers. Remember, these are 5-seater, so 3 people sit back here, but if you are 2, you can actually sit here and feel more comfortable. Now look at this fabric seat, which actually feel good. Some red stitches over there, and you have some pockets here to put 1 or 2 things for you, which is nice. No dedicated air vents for the back side. As you sit here, if you're 2, you can utilize this drop down armrest with 2 cup holders, which is nice. And if you're 3, 1 person will sit here, another person will sit there, and of course they'll also get some additional pockets to put a few things. Lights for the interior at the back, some anchor points, SRS airbags on the sides, which is okay. And yeah, it is what it is. Now if you need additional boot space on this unit, you can fold this seat by pulling this lever to ensure that you get additional boot space all the way. So if you need to put taller stuff on the back side, you actually fold the seats for additional spacing. So that is what it is about this Subaru. So let me show you the bonnet. Okay, so before we check out the engine bay, this is what I was talking about. These are the clusters. You have red gauges over there, and as you can see, it says check the oil temperature, pre-collision monitor, lane departure assist over there, pre-collision monitoring system, your eyesight technology, it shows you that it's active, and the top speed on this car is 280,000 kilometers per hour. 280 kilometers per hour. On that side you have your pressure gauge over there, temperatures outside, how fast your car is accelerating, among so many other things. So that is actually where you get to see all those features. Alright, so this is a Subaru, it's a performance unit, so almost all the performance features are available on that side. You have an infotainment system on this side, which is actually very good, but for a car like this, most people will not be looking on the infotainment system. They'll be enjoying the thrill that we get out of this unit. So we'll go to the engine bay and see what we have there. Now we said this car is powered by a 2-liter flat 4 Subaru DIT Boxer engine. This is the engine bay. There's air filters over there. Subaru Boxer DIT flat 4. Of course, it's a Boxer because you can see 2 arms on the left side, 2 arms on the right side, and of course this is it. The typical CVT powered unit like this here, 268 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque for this massive sedan. So if you want something very powerful, you can try this. It's a nice unit, perfect for you, the Kenyan roads. Yeah, if you love thrilling drive, you can try out this massive sedan, performance rated, top of the range, and it is actually amazing. If you need it, it is available here. You can buy it on hire purchase, you can take it on cash, or you can do bank financing. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.